Day 3, flourishing in body. So I want to tell you a little bit about my story. Um, my name is Flourish. I have 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls. It's a bunch of us. I'm a fire sign. I have like 2 children that are earth sign, 3 children that are earth sign, and one that's a water. And it gets a little hectic in here with all the personalities. Look, I'm Palo Santoing it up, so we're getting all the negative energy out. I've been getting like a lot of feelings of a lot of people that's going through depression, and we're kind of in a rough place right now with gas prices and recession and scares of an actual food shortage coming. So I feel a lot of you guys, a lot of us are struggling with depression and worries of like financial statuses and things like that. So that's what we're going to be getting into today. But back to my story. I have 4 children, and in a time of 2022, that can be difficult. So trust me, I have had my fair share of depression. I've had my fair share of different obstacles in life, especially like domestic violence, low self esteem, um, tackling with like the different struggles in life. We've all been through something. We just all go through them differently. So today I wanted to do a read, but I wanted it to be a little bit different than yesterday. So one of the questions that I'll be asking the deck today is, what do I believe about where I am? And I want to know what you guys are believing about yourself. So, what do I believe about where I am? Ancestors, spirit guides, angel guides, divine. What do I believe about where I am? What do they believe? What are they believing out there right now about where they are in life? Okay. The next question that I have on the roster, what do I think about where I am? 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 2 cards came out for that, so I'm going to keep them both out there. Clearly, there's a message there. What do I feel about where I am? What do I feel about where I am? What do I feel about where I am? What do I feel? What do I tell myself about where I am? What do I tell myself? Okay. That one came out real quick with it. Okay. So let's get started. So remember, the first question was, what do I believe about where I am? And the Lover's card came out. Lover's card. And with that card, that's number 6. So let's see. Let's get into it. So it says, take time to eliminate all that's blocking your joy. Follow what makes your heart dance. So this is kind of like a confirmation about what I was saying to you guys. Right away, the card came out, and the number 6 is basically saying that, you guys are not in a space where you want to be right now. You're not in a space where you want to be. I can feel the energy um, of depression about, you know, where you're at, where you want to be, where you see yourself, but you're not there right now. So you're kind of down on yourself right now. You're feeling it. You're feeling less than worthy. But I just want to say, in my opinion, everybody's worthy. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. That's where you're supposed to be right now. Maybe right now you're here and you're stagnant and you're complacent because you need to take time to reflect, or maybe you're stagnant because of your self-esteem issues. But let's get into it. All right, so the Lover's card. For me, I believe the Lover's card is several things. I'm hearing um, issues maybe in relationships, issues with your relationship with yourself, issues with your relationship with your family, um, even maybe issues with your relationship with the divine. I'm feeling, and I'm getting, some of you have had conflicted relationship with the divine because you are confused and having mixed signals or mixed emotions about your spirituality or maybe religion. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know what religion that you're resonating with now. So you're feeling conflicted. But I just want to say that the relationship with God or Allah or um, divine, that's a personal relationship. It's not a box. It's not like a closed box where you could just say, "Oh well, I'm Christian and I'm not doing this and that. So God is just He's not feeling me. So He's unreachable for me right now." It doesn't matter where you're at in your spirituality. You can always call on God. You could be in your darkest place. You could be in your most best place, peaceful joy, happiness, whatever level that you're at. He can hear you, and He's receiving whatever support you're asking for, whatever love you're sharing or giving. He's always available. It doesn't matter your financial status. It doesn't matter your joy status. It doesn't matter your happiness. So let's get into it because you guys know I like to read the card's meaning as well. So this card came right out right when I asked the question, what do I believe about where I am? What do I believe about where I am? So it says, you always have the choice to align with divine love by balancing masculine and feminine energy within yourself. And you can strive to ensure that this balance is reflected in your relationships. Choosing relationships with mutual respect and healthy communication will lead you to the highest expression of love you seek. So it goes back to what I already said with the messages that I was receiving. Um, Basically, it doesn't matter where you're at, whether you're in your masculine state of mind. Sometimes you're more aggressive, sometimes you're more of a go-getter at that time, and then they have times where you're more feminine, so that means like you're a little bit more submissive, nurturing, caring. Be who you are and be true to yourself. Don't don't like doubt. Don't doubt whatever your intuition or your gut instinct is at that time. Don't doubt that you're not doing the right thing or you're not in the right space or right state of mind, because you definitely are. So the Lovers card is all about alignment and relationships. So for me, I'm not really looking at this card today as a relationship, like an intimate relationship. I'm looking at this card today as a relationship with yourself, a relationship with your God, whoever that is for you. Um, that's what I'm seeing. I think that it's time to build a better bond with yourself and with your God, because the lack thereof right now is causing a little bit of lack of self-esteem, lack of self-worth, lack of confidence, and lack of imagination. Okay, let's get into it then. The next question was, what do I think about where I am? And the Ace of Swords came out reversed. Ace of Swords came out reversed. So it says, what do I think about where I am. So for me, I feel that you guys see such you guys have such a great like perspective of where you want to be. Like right here, you see the crown at the top of the card. At the top, you want to be at the top. You want to be with the crown. But you have to get to the top, and you have to believe that you're supposed to be there, and you're also supposed to do the work to get to the top. You can't just be like at the bottom of the barrel, and you're not fighting your way to the top. You have to fight. You have to get those urges. So just like the other card expressed that, we have to have divine masculine and feminine energy. You have to have that go-getter energy. You have to have that go-getter aspect. You have to have that confidence that you deserve to be where you imagine yourself being. You can't just imagine yourself there, but then you don't feel like you deserve to be there, or you're not doing the work to get there. You know what I mean? All right, let's get into the book. You guys know I love to get to the book. All right, so with the Ace of Swords, the number is 1. So we're gonna read the number 1 too. So the number 1 is the universal life force within you is calling for attention. So that's basically the go-getter in you is calling for attention. That's your life force. That's your thrive. That's your divine masculine energy. It can also be divine feminine energy as well. It just depends on what you're going after and what resonates with you. Um, so for the Ace of Swords, it says, when the Ace of Swords appears in a spread, it points to bright ideas, mental clarity, and the instant insight needed for swift action. It may suggest that a new or emergent idea requires immediate action to come to fruition. Diving into an important conversation or a confrontation with someone will lead to a much better outcome. This ace represents the first exciting step in a process. Trust your intuition to guide you toward the next action steps. This is an encouraging sign. So, like I said, you guys already know. You guys already know what you want. You know what you want. It's time to go for it. It's time to go after it. Stop making excuses. Stop doubting yourself in your head. Stop with the negative outlook on life or the negative outlook on yourself. It's time to shine through the dark times. We all go through struggles. It's time to get yourself out of it. Pull yourself out of it. Pull yourself out of it. And another thing that I'm hearing, some of us need to get outside. I see like color yellow in this card a lot, and it looks very bright. These cards are iridescent, but this card, for some reason, like the brightness is really shining because of the colors. So you see here where he's holding on really strongly to the sword, or she's holding on really strongly to the sword. That to me signifies you need to fight. You need to fight for what you want. Like, you really need to go after what you want. It's time to get swift. It's time to get swift with the sword and start battling through. Let's start chopping down all that negativity that we feeling about ourselves or that people have told us and things like that. It's time to go to war. Go to war for what we want. And it's time to win that battle. It's time to win that battle. The next question that we asked was, what do I feel about where I am? What do I feel about where I am? The Knight of Pentacles came out, and it came out in the reverse. So for me, it's like, he even look at his face. He looks a little sad. He has the light in his hands. He has the light. So that means that you have the gift. You have the gift in your hand. But he's still, even though he knows he has the gift, he's holding the gift in his hand, he's still doubting himself. He's still doubting himself. He's on the path, because he's up there on the horse. He got on the horse. So that's you. You need to get on the horse. You know that you have the gift. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Get to the path. Let's get we already on the path. Now it's time to get to galloping. It's get to galloping towards where you're trying to go. Get to galloping towards that goal. Okay, let's get to the reading. You guys know I'm good for reading. I don't just try to just give y'all what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking about the card. I try to read it to you too. Okay, so once again, this card is number one again. So it's once again telling you you are a boss. You are a boss. You are a boss. Stop doubting yourself. You're a CEO. You're supposed to be using your talents and your gifts to get to your money, to get to your dreams, to get to your aspirations, to get your imagination. Stop fighting yourself. Stop battling yourself, because that's what depression is. It's really ourselves battling ourselves. It's like we're letting the darkness rule over our light, the light that's within us. So it says, with the Ace of Pentacles signifies an opportunity or gift from the universe in the material realm. That may come as a new job or unexpected sum of money. Since this card is about beginnings, it could also indicate that you're taking the first steps towards increasing prosperity and cultivating greater abundance for yourself. This change has unlimited growth potential, so grab a hold and see where it takes you. This card means that it's a possibility, but being that it came out in the reverse, I'm gonna tell you what it means for you and what you're thinking about yourself, and you actually fighting what God has set out for you. You're going against what His plan is for you. The reverse Ace of Pentacles is your reading indicates that there is an opportunity presented itself that you are unable to see. Perhaps this is because you are trying too hard to make something work, or you are heading in the wrong direction. The universe is asking you to loosen your grip and relax your need for control. Open yourself to divine assistance. You may not recognize what is right in front of you, since it doesn't look like what you've been imagining. So, just like he's holding the gift in his hand, you could be also perceiving your gift to be the wrong thing. So that goes coinciding with your relationship with the divine. You need to be taking your time to do your prayers, your meditation, taking your alone time to actually reflect on the things that you're supposed to be doing, not the things that you want to do. Because maybe the things that you're wanting to do is not working out in your favor, and that's why you're feeling stagnant, complacent, and you're feeling like you can't thrive or accomplish the goals that you're setting out for yourself. So with this card in reverse, you definitely have the gift. You're capable of abundance and prosperity, but you're holding yourself back. So it's time to start meditating. It's time to start building a stronger connection with self and with divine. Because I'm going to say it again. Divine is within you, and you are divine. The next question that we asked was, what do I tell myself? Oh, I remember. Two cards had came out. Remember, two cards, because I'm looking at the cards like, wait, we have more than the questions. Remember, two cards had came out about what do I feel about where I am. So let's read the second card that came out for that. This was the second card, which is the Nine of Wands. And being that the number 9 is in there, I'm going to tell you right now, the number 9 is always related to spirituality. So this one also was in reverse. So we're going to read that one as well. But let's go, because I want to read the number 9 to you. So, number 9, the energy of the divine is awakening within you. Let your soul do the leading. So, once again, that's another confirmation about the Knight of Pentacles. They already have said that you have gifts that you're not understanding, you're not seeing them for what they are. So it's telling you right there, let your soul do the leading. So that means that relationship that you'll be building with self and divine, that will be strengthening your soul guidance. So let your soul do the leading. create that relationship with self, create that relationship with divine so that you could get to where you need to try to go, where you're trying to go, not where you need to try to go, where you're trying to go, where you want to be, where you're going to be if you do the work. Let's get into it. 9 of Wands. This card came out in the reverse, and this card, it recognizes persistence and self-reliance. When it's in the reverse, it's recognizing you're giving up and there's delays in your path. The reverse 9 of Wands can suggest you are ready to give up on something right before you reach your goal. The divine is urging you not to throw in the towel, no matter how oppressive the odds may seem. This reversal may also point to acting stubborn or getting in your own way somehow, preventing a cycle from completing. Even if another person appears to be the problem, remember that you can only control yourself. Gently observe your reactions and be willing to take responsibility for your behavior. I think that this card is not only speaking to you guys, this card is speaking to me as well. There was something that I was doing and I was about to give up. And I see divine is not only speaking to you guys, it's also speaking to me. So you guys have been putting in the labor. This man is this is labor back here. It looks like he's stacking these sticks up in a way where he's doing it for something. He's working towards something. And he has this last stick. He's almost completed. And he's about to put that stick, but look at him, doubting himself and about to give up, and he's almost at the finish line. This is going with what I was saying. Stop self-doubting yourself. Stop listening to those negative thoughts. It's time to recite the positive affirmations. It's time to ask for the support and guidance of the divine in those times when we feel weak or when we feel like we're not where we want to be, or we're not thriving, or we're not accomplishing things as fast as we had imagined or envisioned for ourselves. It's a lot of times that things are not going to work out for us when we want them to work out. They work out when they're supposed to work out. So if you have something that you're doing and you started to doubt yourself because things are not jumping off as fast as you wanted them to, stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. It's time to get that confidence. It's time to believe in your vision. It's time to believe in your gifts, believe in your talents, and thrive. And if you feel good while you're doing it, that's payment in itself. So that's one payment. And then once the financial revenue starts rolling in, you're real abundant and prosperous. Like, you're happy and you're getting paid to be happy. So it's coming, y'all. Just stop doubting yourself. Do not give up. So the last question for us was, what do I tell myself about where I am? What do I tell myself about where I am? For me, I try to be like a perfectionist when it comes to things, that projects or anything that I involve myself in. And when it's not perfect, I tell myself that it's not perfect. I tell myself that it's not worth it, or it's not what it's supposed to be. It's not giving. That's the new saying. It's not giving what it should have gave. But in all reality, it is giving what it should give, because everything that we do, especially if it's pure intentions, everything that we do, it's giving exactly what it's supposed to be giving. We are exactly where we're supposed to be. But we need to keep that relationship with self, keep that relationship with divine, so that we can keep a clear vision and clarity about what we're supposed to be doing and where we're at and why we're there. So this card right here, 6 of Cups, is what came out for that question. So once again, we getting 6 like we got 6 at the beginning of the reading. And remember, it said, follow what makes you dance. So that means that you're lacking joy. So for me, when I pick this card up and I look at it, you see all these beautiful flowers. when whatever project that we're working on, or whatever career you're in and you're working on something, look around you sometimes. Like, you need to stop always looking at the failures. Stop looking always at the things that didn't pan out the way that you wanted to pan out, in the form or the fashion that you wanted them to pan out, and start looking at the beautiful things around you that did pan out in the way that you wanted them to pan out. The flowers around you, they're blooming, they smell good, and you created that. Appreciate what your hands made. Appreciate what your mind and your creativity came through with. And stop, letting the obstacles that you overcame, because you did overcome them. Stop letting the obstacles that you overcame keep you in a dark space. Like, oh yeah, but I did finish my project, but look at what all the stuff that I had to go through to get there. But guess what? You overcame them. They're behind you. You're looking back at them. You're not looking forward to them. You're looking forward to your imagination that you created. You're looking forward to the gifts that you have that is creating abundance for you. We need to be having the positive mindset, not the negative mindset. Some of us, we dwell in the negative mindset. We got to get out of that negativity. We got to stop bashing ourselves. Stop allowing people around us to bash us. Stop allowing things that was told to us as children to resonate now as adults. You look in the mirror and see who you are. Talk to yourself. Speak the positive things that you do throughout life. A lot of us are mothers. A lot of us are pet owners. A lot of us are gardeners. A lot of us are athletes and creative beings. Like, some people are doing nails. Some people are creating what you call that, body butter. Some people are creating different types of teas for health issues. Some people are creating meal plans. Some people are creating recipes, vegan recipes for healthy people that are trying to change their diet so they could change their mindset. Because that's another thing too that's keeping us down. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm newly transitioning to being vegan. I've been pescatarian now for about 9 months, so I got 3 more months to go, and I've made a year without no meat, no red meat, no chicken, no pork. And I've been surviving, and I feel better, and I have done so much in the time of the 9 months. Whereas when I was eating that heavy red meat, I was very stagnant. My stomach, I was having a lot of stomach issues. And I'm not saying that this resonates with everyone, because I know we're all in different walks of life. But I just want to say, for me, releasing some of those heavy foods that, maybe our bodies don't break down like they should, I feel a lot lighter. I feel a lot better. I've lost over 20 pounds alone. I'm in a better space, a better head head space, a better mindset. So let's keep all of that into where we going. We need to stop looking at the negative and see how far we've came from where we used to be. So let's read this card. This card came straight out. The Nine of Wands encompasses all of the events, struggles, and triumphs you've been dealing with up until this point. You may be exhausted and feel ready to give up, but you're almost there. It's time to dig deep into your reserves and push forward in the last stretch to complete your task. You are incredibly resilient, and you can handle any challenge that comes your way. Listen, the message in the book, just the message that Divine was directly given to me. We all got talents, and we going places. We got to get out of that negative mindset and get into the positive mindset. I deserve success. You deserve success. I manifest effortlessly and easily. You manifest effortlessly and easily. I'm getting tongue tied. You manifest effortlessly and easily. You need to believe that. You need to feel that. You need to see that. You need to taste that. You need to hear that. I love you guys, and I hope that this message today resonated with you. Peace and love.